Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Tuttle, and this is going to be a short live stream on the Kuleshov Effect. I'm going to go into further detail what it is and how it's going to influence your work. But this stream isn't really going to be more on the technical basis. This is more on film theory and a couple other things. I want to do much more film techniques because one of the main things I said in a live stream not too long ago is to make better films in iClone or any other program, you have to understand like what techniques, what cinematic languages, film grammar, how to tell a story, when to move a camera, when to cut, why to cut, just kind of understand why and where and how you should do it. It's incredibly important, and I don't see many techniques on concerning this, focusing on the iClone side. And hopefully, this will help you. I've had a television and film school background, and I'll be kind of running through a couple quick examples. But tonight is the Kuleshov Effect, which is a film editing technique. And I'm just kind of going back to the early days of cinema, but I want to show you a couple examples too to get the idea of what the Kuleshov Effect is. So, I'm going to begin with the earliest film ever seen, which is basically it's known as, it's pretty much that's it. That's the film. This is the earliest film ever made, which is known as the Round Hay Garden scene, which was from 1888 by Louis de Prince. He disappeared, which was interesting, but there's been scenes like the Lumiere brothers, and then there's Edison's kinetoscopes, and then Edison moved on to film productions like Life of an American Fireman and The Great American Train Robbery, just kind of much more gradual works. And then you had someone like Georges Méliès with A Trip to the Moon, which was made in 1902. I'll show you an example. So he used visual effects here, and just the basic editing is just fading, just transitions from one scene to another. Life of an American Fireman did something similar 1 year prior, but keep in mind this film was made in 1902, and 1903 had Life of an American Fireman and The Great American Train Robbery not too long afterwards. That kind of did some cutting, but it's just it's still heavily influenced by theater. So in 1910 to 19 in the 1910s and 1920s, the Soviet filmmakers, including Lev Kuleshov, who founded one of the earliest film schools in history, the Moscow Film School, realized that editing has a major effect on the audience. So he devised a quick experiment by cutting two different footage. Like he shot one film of one man just with a blank expression on his face, and then he cut it to various objects or people or whatever, and then probably back at the same guy again to create an effect for the audience, which I'm going to show you right now. So basically, this is the Kuleshov effect. So let's actually go through here, and I'm just going to hide the banner. Sorry about that. If you have any questions, let me know and I can kind of stop. So this is the Kuleshov effect. This is what he's shown. So he cuts to a man with a blank expression on his face, cuts to a bowl of soup, and then back to the man. Actually, he only did the first two shots. So him, soup, and then the audience would give a reaction. This is the Kuleshov experiment. And then it shows to the same picture, same image of the man, and then a girl in a casket. And then same image of the man, and then a woman sitting on the couch. And each of them the audience interpreted different things, which is, man, soup equals hunger. Man sees girl in the coffin, sadness. Man sees woman on the couch, lust. So it kind of plays with the idea of it creates an effect. And really, what the Kuleshov effect is, it's a cognitive event which your audience interprets meaning in two images edited together in sequential order that is shot by itself. So It's basically saying that two different images cut together will create an effect for your audience, and this could be used in your cinematic storytelling. So I have an example here I'll show you, but Hitchcock has a really good one. If you look up on YouTube, Hitchcock Loves Bikinis, you'll find it. It's a great example, but I have one myself that actually changes the tone. And Hitchcock uses the Kuleshov effect a lot in his work to symbolize fear. He uses a close up of character and then a close up of something like a gun or a knife or something, which indicates fear or danger. So let's go to my example here of what to do, how to play with it in a cinematic way to tell your stories. So I have a man and a woman, and I only cut out one different shot and replaced it, but it changes the tone of the scene. So I have a shot here of the man. So let's actually go to the first one. Shot of the man, and it's just a heart. It's a box of chocolates. There's a little bit of amorous side. It's more love, happiness, and everything else. So let's just play this image again. Man, woman, box of chocolates, smiles. Works pretty well. The next one is I actually cut out the footage of her holding the box of chocolates with something else, and I'm going to be playing that. So let's add to the stream. Man, woman, a gun, smiles. That changes the tone quite often. So if we play this image back and forth, let's play it again from the box of chocolates, smiles, and then goes to, and then smiles, the gun. Completely changes the scene from a scene of love to a scene of violence and anger or something. You kind of change the tone of the scene of just one edit. And that's really what the Kuleshov effect does, and really what the power of editing and in your filmmaking, why you have to choose a certain edit, what works best for you. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to let me know. My name is Benjamin Tuttle, and thank you for everyone for their support. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to comment. Feel free to like this video as well. And thank you for watching. If anyone was watching this at all, I know this was last minute, but if you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do so. Thank you very much.